Hi guys, it's Dr. Britt here from Errol Street Chiropractic. Today I wanted to have a chat to you guys about rib pain. At the moment we're seeing a lot of people present to the clinic with acute rib pain, and it's becoming more apparent during this lockdown period. So I thought today we might just have a chat about what you might experience if you are suffering from rib pain, so what type of symptoms you might have, what possibly could be causing your rib pain, and just some things that tend to aggravate your rib pain if you are suffering from it as well. So rib pain in particular tends to be quite a sharp, severe pain, but it can be quite mild depending on how inflamed that area is. Commonly, if you have a rib that is causing you pain, it tends to be sitting out of its natural alignment, and most of the time, a lot of the time that we see people with rib pain is that it tends to be around that mid-back area, between the shoulder blades, but it can be a bit higher or lower as well, depending on where you're feeling it. A lot of the time we can see patients with a bit of that referral, so it starts in the middle of their back, and that pain can refer around to the front of the chest. So it is also really important just to make sure if that you are getting some of that chest pain, that you are ruling out just any more major issues such as your heart as well. So if there's anything like that, especially if you've got any correlating factors that come with heart, just make sure that you are seeing your GP as well. But that can be a sign that your rib's out as well, especially when you start to get that back pain and coming towards the front. Another symptom we tend to find patients have with rib pain is that when they try to take a full breath in, it's quite hard, it hurts, and it catches either between the shoulder blades, and they come in and they're like, oh, I just can't breathe properly. So that's also a sign that your rib might be causing that pain as well. So what can cause rib pain? So at the moment, a lot of us are working from home. We've got an ergonomic, or hopefully we've got an ergonomic desk set up at home. But for a lot of us, it's just the computer at the desk, and that's a really big thing that can cause rib pain, because your computer and your work may not be nice and front on, so you might be turning and twisting a lot throughout your day, and that turning and twisting movement is a really big one for aggravating the rib cage as well. Another thing we're finding is that people are just not moving and stretching as much as they normally would do, and that's another contributing factor to causing some of that rib pain, with that associated time sitting at your desk all day. A lot of parents at the moment are homeschooling their kids and trying to work from home, and that's a really big thing that can affect that rib cage, because they're sitting at their desk, they're hunched over, and if there's a little bit of stress there, that can really start to kind of clench up and tighten all those muscles. And then if they're constantly turning and twisting to try and do their work and then to go and help the kids, that can really upset the rib cage as well. Another thing can be if you've been doing some odd jobs around the house, a little bit of gardening because you've got a bit more time, that can actually cause a bit of that rib pain. That's something we've also seen here in the practice. So just making sure if you're doing any gardening or jobs at home, you're doing them in a nice aligned posture, bracing your core before you bend down. And that's also the same if you've got young kids and you're picking them up from a lower position. Just be really careful how your rib cage and how your body is holding itself before you bend down, because that can be a contributing factor as well for your ribs. But probably the big thing just to note is that just making sure that you've got a good desk set up, you're moving regularly, and you're just being really wary of your posture. And there's some things that can really help you to avoid that aggravation of that rib pain if you are suffering from it. But if you're listening to this and you have been suffering from some rib pain, or you'd like some further information, then comment down below or give us a call. We always love to hear from you.